Hello everyone, hope all are doing fine. Today I'm here once again with another poem of your NCERT book Beehive for class 9, The Rain on the Roof. And let's straight away go to the first slide and let us know about the poet Coates Kinney. Coates Kinney was an American lawyer, politician, journalist and a poet. Please go through the rest of the information that is given. He was an all-rounder, you can see, a lawyer, at the same time politician, journalist and a poet. Okay, now Rain on the Roof, as the title suggests, the poem is about the bliss of rain as well as the act of remembering occasioned by it. Rain brings back the poet the sweet memories of the past. At the same time, the poet expresses his love for nature and its beauty. We can say the poet connects his present with the past through the memories revived by the rain. So that's all about the poem. And now let us have stanza-wise explanation of the poem. Let's try to understand the poem better by trying to get the meaning of each stanza. In stanza 1, as you can see, the poet describes the pleasure he feels when it rains. When the rain-laden clouds, that is the humid shadows, cover the skies and the melancholy of the night falls as drops of water on the roof of his cottage, he finds it a bliss to press himself against the pillow of his bed and listen to the soft sound of the rain falling overhead. Now here I would like to highlight a few things. Humid shadows, this phrase means rain-laden clouds. I have mentioned it as rain-laden clouds. If you have listened to me attentively, you will get it. And then the next phrase, starry spheres, it refers to the star-studded sky. And thirdly, melancholy darkness means that the melancholy of the night falls as drops of water on the poet's roof. Now, melancholy and darkness both have negative connotation. So, the poet means when at night the darkness brings upon melancholy and sadness, to him raindrops falling on his roof act as a bliss. I hope you have understood all the meanings of the phrases. And so the stanza. Now moving on to the second stanza. Here the poet says that every drop of rain that falls on the roof has a direct echo in the poet's heart and triggers a chain of dreamy thoughts in his whole being. As he listens to the patter of the rain upon the roof, memories of the past make a pattern in his mind. So this stanza is very simple to understand. So the third stanza. The sound of the falling rain makes the poet recall an image from his childhood. He says his mother would watch over her children her darling dreamers as they would sleep. The poet can feel her fond look on him as he listens to the pitter-patter of the rain falling on the roof of his cottage. For the poet, rain, or in a broader sense, nature itself, thus assumes the role of a caregiver, much like his mother from his childhood. Now here, the things which need to be highlighted. First one is the meaning of refrain. Here by refrain, the poet means a song or recurring melody, and in this particular stanza it refers to the musical sound of the rain. Secondly, darling dreamers. The poet implies to the children in the family, the poet himself and his siblings who were about to go to sleep. They would often have pleasant dreams in their sleep. So that's all about those phrases which I thought meanings of them might help you to understand the stanza again in a better way. Now let's look at the technical aspect of the poem. So when I say the technical aspect, you all must have understood what I mean. Here's a detailed study of the poem and the list of poetic devices. You can see. Try and understand and then try to relate the given poetic devices with the poem. So take your time and analyze all these poetic devices. After analyzing all this, we can very well summarize the poem now. Children, poetic devices are tools. I'm reiterating, these are tools which help the poet to add effect to his poem. Now, if you look at the summary, you will get that it is a lyrical poem written by, yes, quotes Kinney. In this poem, the poet expresses his love for nature and praises the beauty of nature. He says, when the starry sky is overcast with rain-bearing clouds, rain-bearing means rain-laden clouds, as I've already mentioned before once. The sad darkness is filled with raindrops which are like gentle tears. At this moment, it is very pleasant, comforting and thrilling experience to lie in one's room with the head pressed on the pillow and listen to the sound of the raindrops falling on the roof overhead. So students, you must have noticed how I have squeezed the first stanza, right? I have squeezed in the first stanza of the poem. Now, do the same for the rest of the stanzas, for stanza 2 and 3, and in this way you get your summary. So that's the trick. So I leave it on to you, and finally you can conclude your summary by saying that in this way the rain makes a bridge between his present and past, and it acts as a bliss to the poet. Children, I want your creativity to soar. That is why I request everyone not to take down everything line by line, and that's the reason why I have asked you to do the rest of the summary yourselves. Now, let us extract the message from the poem. The message that the poem conveys is beautifully worded here, which I think requires no explanation. I think you all can have the message of the poem in your own words after reading this particular message that you can see here. Hope you have gone through the lines and understood it very well. So it's a simple poem and there is nothing much to say about this anymore. So with this, we have come to the end of our English class today on the poem Rain on the Roof, and see you again next time with a new video, with a new poem or a new lesson from your textbook. Till then, stay safe, stay home, stay happy. Good night.